There's a clip of you and Taysom Hill sharing an emotional moment in the locker room. Would you mind walking me through that and what that meant?
Yeah. So Taysom and I had a funny career together. We were always really close. And we were the exact same age, exact same year. So our freshman year, we came in working out together in the off seasons. We were on the same intramural softball team, super close. And neither of us were starters. We played as freshmen, but neither of us were starters. And so there was always this buildup of, what him and I could do. Our sophomore year, Taysom became a starter. And then I started to start some games as well. And then I blew out my shoulder. And then so that was sort of this, once again, like we were supposed to be him and I that did all these great things together. And then one of us got hurt. Our junior year, same thing. We trained all off season for this big junior year for, the team, and especially him and I, we connected so well. And then he broke his leg early in the season. So I got a new quarterback, Christian Stewart. And then our senior year, same thing. It was like, all right, finally, we're both super healthy. We're both seniors. We're both leaders on the team. It's supposed to be a massive year for us. And then first game of the season, Taysom goes down. So it just kept happening in that fashion where, myself or he kept getting hurt. And we were never able to have this full season together, like the Max Hall, Austin Collie type, or Max Hall, Dennis Pitta, or there's a million you can name, but we were never able to have that. And so when he went down, we're still playing this game with this new quarterback, Tanner Mangum, but you weren't sure if what his injury was, Taysom's injury was. You're like, I heard he hurt his foot. Maybe it's broken, maybe it's not, but I'll see him in the locker room afterwards. And so he went into the locker room and you never saw him for the rest of the game. And the game ended the way it did. And so our emotions are just so crazy high. Like, this is insane. We're vibing off this crazy win. And then when the dust settles after like 30 minutes of, the craziness, we go back in the locker room. We're still celebrating and cheering and going crazy. And then you see Taysom, sitting down with crutches and like this makeshift cast over his foot. And I was the last one in the locker room just because of all the stuff I had to do after the game. And I came in there, and right when I saw him, he was just sobbing. And one of the doctors told me as I was walking up to him that it was a Liz Frank injury, season's guaranteed to be over. And then we just saw each other and we had this big embrace. And it was just this crazy moment of the highest high you can even get to like the lowest low that your brother, teammate, quarterback that had this special bond with me wasn't able to play the rest of the season. So it was this weird come down of high to lowest of low. And I've never experienced like this bittersweet moment like that.
Yeah.
At least like within, that tight of a time frame. And it was just tough because we had trained so much together. Now I got this new quarterback, this freshman Tanner Mangum. Who the heck is this guy? I love Tanner. But at the moment, you're like, this is just too much to handle. We're supposed to have this great senior season together, but now it's over. So now we got to refigure out this whole offense. And so it was tough. I felt so bad for my brother, Taysom, that he had to go through that and deal with that again. And, I think the story was made great at the end of the day. He was able to heal up, get better, play a senior season again after I left, and then play 7 years in the NFL. So luckily that turned out to be a blip in the road for him and not like career ending, but it still was very tough for both of us as great friends, competitors. I just wanted to play with my brother for our senior season because we had been waiting for that moment for a long time.
Totally. Yeah. I thank you for sharing